Hi, welcome to roseopalknits, a crafty channel. This is my February Flosstube update. So hey, how you doing? Welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back and spending some more time with me. And if you are new, I hope you stick around. You like what you see. Rose Opal Knits is a crafty channel. I share it with my daughter-in-law Daphne, and she is here when we do knitting and crochet updates, and sometimes she cross stitches, but she not a lot. She's new to it, and so I generally do the cross stitch updates by myself, and I really want to stick with it, and just for myself, just to stay updated with everything and to have the journal of it. So I'm back again for February. I thought I would be back mid-month with an update, but I really haven't spent that much time cross-stitching this month. The month flew by. It was so busy, and I only managed to stitch a total of 12 days out of 28. So I figured I'd just come back on the end of the month, and I would do a full month update. So today is February 28th. It's about 5 p.m. and Daphne and I just finished recording our knitting podcast update episode a little while ago, and so now I'm here by myself to talk about the cross stitch. If you are new here, just a little bit about us. I am the mother-in-law, and I'm married to my high school sweetheart. We have 4 kids. Holden is 28, Thomas is 21, and Ralph is 16. And then our daughter, Mary Rose, is 8. Daphne is married to Holden, my oldest son, and they also have 4 children. Mason is 6, Paisley is 4, Theo is 3, and Isaac he'll be 2 in a couple of months. So we are both homeschooling families, and we love to do crafty things, and this is our space where we like to come and talk about those things. So I'm going to just jump right in to the cross stitch update. I'm going to start with my Whip Go board. Here is my Whip Go board, and I did complete my Whip Go goals for the month of February. Let's see, 7 fall leaves and 8 this I know was what it was called. So I'm going to talk about those first. My Whip goal is to complete 5 hours or 500 stitches on each project as it's called. Neither of the projects I worked on this time are in Pattern Keeper, so I just kept track of my time spent. So the first one I completed was this one, actually. So I do not have a cover photo for this. This is my oldest whip, and it is probably around 25 years old. It is a dimensions kit that my sister-in-law found in the sale bin at AC Moore. She picked it up, she brought it to me and said cross stitch for me. So when this is finally complete, she will get it. It just has taken a while, and it has a whole backstory. I lost all the floss that came in the kit, and so and the cover photo. I have found a photo online that is very similar, so I probably will have popped that in already. And I took this piece to Hobby Lobby and matched the floss as best as I could, and just started stitching on it again within the last 2 years, I think. It had a long break, and it's very stained fabric, and I've washed it a couple times. It's so soft. So this is the kit fabric. It is 14 count Aida. I will pop a picture in of where I was the last time I showed it. And this is where it is now. So I worked mainly on the border, which I have adjusted. The pattern has words down here. I think they say autumn leaves or something. I've decided to leave the words out and just do like the frame of the leaves. So I did bring up the frame probably by about 10 to 15 stitches. I'm not sure right off the top of my head, but most of the frame is half cross stitch, and that's what I put a lot of stitches in over here. I extended this a little bit, and I did add some full cross stitches right there as well. But yeah, so it is coming on. Oh, and I don't iron until a project is complete. So it's a little wrinkly. I do stitch this one in hand. The feel of the Ada is great, and 14 count is just really, I don't know, I like to stitch this one in hand. So it just gets folded, and it lives in one of these bags from Amazon. All right, but that'll come back out again at some point from the Whip Go board. And the second project that I worked on from my Whip Go board is Plum Street Samplers This I Know. So that is what the design looks like. And I got my 5 hours in on this one, and here it is. This one's in my scroll frame. The fabric is 14 count Forbidden Fiber Co. in the Corinne colorway. I'll pop a picture in of where I was before I started, and this is where it is now. So let's see. I did not bring anything to stick behind it. But yeah, so I'm happy with that progress. I will say that I did get tired of stitching the greens, and that's why there is some blue down here, and that blue made me really happy. So, but yeah, that's it. I love this fabric, and I think this design is going to look beautiful on it when it's finished. Okay, so there's that. Next, I worked on my full coverage piece. It is by Cross Stitch for Everyone. It's called Cozy Cabin Kitties, and I am stitching it on a 16 count Ada that I RIT dyed with the tan RIT, very lightly RIT dyed. And did I say 16 count Ada that I RIT dyed? I think I did. I can't remember. I'm hungry. I'm ready to make dinner. And I have a monthly goal of 1,500 stitches. And because I didn't stitch a lot this month, I didn't make that goal. So I will pop a picture in of where it was when I started this month. And I will just look at my calendar here and let you know. So last month I ended with 1,943 stitches for a total of 1.72% finished. And then this month I put in a total of 961 stitches, and it is at 2.58%. And this is where it is now. So I'm, you know, I didn't reach my goal, but I am happy with the progress that I was able to make. And so I didn't stitch 539 stitches. So my plan is to carry those over into March and add those to the 1,500 stitch goal. So in March, I would like to stitch a total of 2,039 stitches. So I'm no longer behind on my personal goal. I mean, it's a personal goal, but you know. But anyway, I love this. So that's where that is. Now I do finally have all the DMC, and they live in this bag from my local yarn, my local needlework shop, which is Floss and Flame, and it's linked below in the description box. And I have not put them all on floss drops yet. I just basically have a gigantic bag of DMC. I'll get to it. Ooh, sorry about the zipper. And I did have one new start this month, so I am very briefly going to explain my new start. I get to do a new start for each WIP goal I complete, if I feel like doing a new start, because I kind of have this crazy idea to have 50 WIPs by my 50th birthday. So this April I will turn 49. I'm currently 48. And then April of 2026 I will turn 50. And so by my 50th birthday I'd like to have 50 WIPs. I currently have 24 WIPs, I think, 23 WIPs, somewhere in there, somewhere between 23 and 25 WIPs. So, I don't have any real plans to finish a lot of my WIPs this year. Like, this year is going to be mainly about starting things, starting projects. And then once I get to my 50 WIPs, you know, around my 50th birthday, I will work on whipping down. And the goal is that I don't buy anything new to do this 50 WIPs. I have enough kitted projects or partially kitted projects that I can make it to 50 WIPs. And I just don't need any extras because I would just like to get what I have started so that it's easier to pick up when I feel like working on it, and just get to stitching. So a lot of the new starts that I start aren't going to have a lot of progress. They're just going to be small new starts, and then that way they will be there for me to pick up when I feel like it, and, you know, put a few stitches in. So I had a new start in January, one new start, and I've had one new start in February. That is going to start ramping up here. I have at least four planned new starts in the month of April, because I want to focus on starting all of my, I have more than 4 dimension kits that haven't been started. I plan to start at least 4 of those in April. Maybe I'll start all of them. I think I have 6 that haven't been started yet. 6 or 7 that haven't been started yet. Could be 8. I'm not sure. But it just depends on how I feel in April. But anyway, so that's a little bit of information. Let me show you my new start. I did want to talk about this briefly. A friend of mine, she's a knitter. She said that she purchased some of these wet dry bags to keep some of her smaller knitting projects in. And I needed some extra bags for my cross stitch, not knitting. I don't need extra knitting bags. And I thought, well, hey, I'll get a couple of those. They're fairly inexpensive, and I thought they looked like they would work well for my cross stitch. So I bought a couple, and here is one of them. And I like it. So I put this new start in it. I started this on, let me see my calendar here. I started it on February 14th. This is Sweet Wing Studio, Mercy and Grace. And I am using all of the called for threads, except I did have to substitute Gentle Arts Thistle for the suggested DMC, because that was the only one that they didn't have in stock. So that's what it will look like when it's finished. It is still on a hoop, because I intend on working on this project off and on during the season of Lent as we gear up for Easter. And this is on 14 count Ada that I dyed myself. It is a light purple color. It's not really showing up well from what I can tell, but it is a pretty light purple color. And I just have the start of one of the crosses right there. So, but yeah, I didn't put a lot of time in it. One of the goals that I had set for myself here in the month of February was to blanket stitch the edges of 5 pieces of fabric, and this was the only one I took time to blanket stitch because it drives me crazy when they start like fraying away. And I don't have a serger, and I gave my sewing machine to my daughter-in-law Daphne. I didn't know how to use it anyway, so it doesn't matter. She can use it better than I can. But anyway, so I did manage to blanket stitch this fabric and get a start. And there it is. Here are the, here's the floss. So I'm not going to go through each one individually at the moment, but they are what's on the design. And this is the what? This is the DMC that I had to substitute for Gentle Arts Thistle. And yeah, so that I did put maybe like 25 stitches into the hot air balloon piece that I started last month, but that was it. So I didn't bring it to show it. What am I going to do? Sorry. I'm going to go over quickly my Whip Go calls for the month of March, and I am excited about both of them. So number 9 was This I Know again. So I will put 500 more stitches into this piece, and I'll probably work on leaves and this area down here just so I don't get tired of the green again. So yeah, I'm gonna put 5 hours into this one. And the other piece was number 24, Anne of Green Gables by Soda Stitch. So I actually have this printed copy of this pattern, but I also have the PDF. It's in Pattern Keeper. So that's what I'm going to use is Pattern Keeper when I stitch it. And so I'm just going to count 500 stitches. This is what I have so far. It is on a 28 count even weave that I think I got from Hobby Lobby. And I am using all DMC, 2 threads over 2. And actually I didn't say that for any of my projects, but all my projects that I showed today are 2 threads. If it's on Aida, it's over 1. If it's on even weave, it's over 2. But this is the only even weave project that I've shown. Everything else has been on Aida, but everything is stitched with 2 threads. So yeah, this is just the corner right here. So that's my start, and I think I'm gonna work into the center. Like that's what I'm feeling. I want to get into Anne and Diana here, and but we'll see which way I go. Anyway, I'm excited to pull that one out. I've spent a lot of time focused on stitching on my Aida this year, which I love. It's so relaxing and easy. But you know, I do have projects on linen and even weave too. And so this is my first one that's coming out. And I'll probably have a new start or 2 as well in the month of March. And I would love to have more time to work on my cross stitch in the month of March. So my soft goal is to be back with a mid-March update, but if life happens and I don't have too much to update you on, I'll be back at the end of March for an update. So thank you for being here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign off and go make dinner because I am starving. All right, take care.